Okay, my name is Yeongin Lee. I'm in charge of the head of partnership at Crescent, and I'm here to share what we've done and what we are going to do about the modular blockchain. And before I start about what we are going to do and what we've done on the modular blockchain, I just want to point out some strength and advantage of the modular blockchain. So I want to start with the why modular blockchain first. So why modular blockchain first? So instead of one blockchain doing everything, modular blockchain specialize and optimize to perform a given function. And this specialization provide a breakthrough in scalability, low entry barrier, and flexibility. Also, interoperability. It's enabling developer to build smart blockchain application for mass adoption. Okay, let's deep dive into each strength one by one. The scalability. Scaling difficulties mostly occur when one blockchain tries to handle all functions at once under a single layer. But when we think about the core concept of the modular blockchain, is that they separate all functions. They separate the function across the multiple chains. So this kind of the concept bring a lot of the scalability. So modular layer 1, like a Celestia, they can specialize in providing data availability and security. So modular layer 1 can focus its all resource on providing data availability and security for the layer 2, like a rollup. So next one is the next page is the low entry barrier for the developers. If developer could focus on the minimum, such as execution, and they can just plug in another modular blockchain component to handle the specific task, like execution, then it can highly reduce the burden of running a new blockchain. So, burden of running a new blockchain. Sorry about that. So the last one is the flexibility. So purpose-built blockchain offers greater flexibility with respect to trade-off and design implementation. So so the design implement. So when you think about the security and data availability layer, they can get an extra benefit from the scalability, because all kind of the transaction is processed separately. And when you think about the security execution layer, which is optimized to the scalability, that can get a huge benefit from the security. So we just talk about what kind of the benefit and what kind of the advantage of the modular blockchain has. Then I just want to share about how we can flourish the modular blockchain. So it is really important for the modular blockchain to expand and build their market that can utilize and intensify the modularity. So there are so many segments you can see, the DeFi, game, and NFT metaverse, which can intensify that and tap into the modularity. So I just want to talk about the DeFi more deeply. So when it comes to the DeFi, so to bring out the best in the modularity is that securing the connected liquidity. So Crescent has a vision to support the securing the connected liquidity. Then securing the connected liquidity is why is that so important? It's because securing connected liquidity play an important role not only for the DeFi but also the entire ecosystem. There's a great example of the Arbitrum. Actually, Arbitrum set the market strategy that can bring a high TVL and high connected liquidity entire this Arbitrum ecosystem. So they set the high TVL market strategy. So they start to incubate a various part of the segments DM, and they expand and they support a lot of the various segments DeFi and various segments is the app protocol. So here's interesting data that we can see how Arbitrum actually make a great market strategy and go-to-market. So the first of all, the TVL. They set the high TVL market strategy. So they incubate and they start to expand their market, which can bring a high TVL. So this is, as you can see, at that point, you can see the high TVL, and it can make a lot of DApp as well. So because their go-to-market strategy was the incubating the various DApp and various segments. So the number of the DApp is increased. And next one is the daily active user. Because of their go-to-market strategy, their daily active user grow naturally because the number of DApp increase. And organically, a lot of user brought a lot of transaction as well. So consequently, as a result, you can see a lot of the transaction can make a revenue of the entire platform. So here's the virtual cycle that Arbitrum actually going through. The TVL growth, and they set the market strategy that can bring a high TVL. So they incubate a lot of the DApp, and they incubate the utility, and it makes a lot of user, and it brings a lot of transaction. So transaction brings a lot of revenue. So this revenue can contribute a lot of great utility and a tons of the user experience and user interface. So this kind of the virtual cycle going through over and over and over and again on the entire Arbitrum ecosystem. So it's the modular ecosystem. So to thrive in the modularity ecosystem, they need to focus on the securing the high TVL. So Crescent has a vision to migrate specific feature on the Celestia. To contribute the Celestia ecosystem, we have been built Crescent on the Celestia for securing the connected liquidity, which means the TVL. So I'm here to share about our experience about making a modularity and migration on the Celestia. All the experience consists of the first step. The first step is the roll kit version. So actually, the Celestia roll kit is made by the SDK, and the most app chain or the most made by the SDK also. So you guys need to check each version of the SDK. To make it compatible, you need to understand what kind of version SDK each thing has been made. The next step is for the customized SDK, you need to choose the two directions. The first direction is the rebasing and remove, and second direction is the overriding and debugging. The reason why we need to go through this process is that most app chains heavily customize their SDK for their app chain. And this kind of SDK, like customized SDK, can cause a conflict because rollkit also made by the SDK and AppChain also made by the SDK. So you need to figure out what is the conflict, and you need to fix the conflict. The first way is just rebasing and removing all the conflict, and second one is just overriding and debugging all the conflict. So actually, we tried both of way. The first one, the first direction, we tried it under the block race testnet on the Celestia, and it only took 1 day. And second direction, we tried it for today's demo, and it took 3 days. The first direction is easy and fast, and second direction takes much more time, but there's a big pros and cons. The first one is easy and fast. That is a big strength, but you cannot completely migrate your whole functions on the Celestia. But second, because it's just removing it. The second direction is overriding and debugging all the conflict, so you can use complete version of your old protocol on the Celestia. So on the right side, we write down all the modules that make a conflict between Lockheed SDK and Crescent SDK. On the block race, we just remove all the conflict, but for today's demo, we debug all the function, so I can show you the complete version of Crescent on the Celestia. So here's the last step of our experience. So we finished to make a roll-up on the Celestia. So I just want to share about our complete version of Crescent on Celestia. So this is the way we choose the second direction. So because we debug all the conflict, we can use complete version of the Crescent on the Celestia. So not only for the swap, but also the order book, transaction, and ranged pool, we can use all our protocol function on the Celestia very, very completely. So this is the demo that we walk through all our protocol function on Celestia, and it works very well. So this demo video is the 2 minutes lasting because we are testing all our function and all our protocol on the Celestia to check it working well. So all transaction and all swap, all order book, all the thing is working well. Okay, can we move to the last slide? So I just want to share about our review. So without the critical modification, so it's really easy to integrate it on the Celestia. So that is the big strength. And actually, Celestia is made by the SDK. So it's really easy and convenient to the developer who has experience on the Cosmos ecosystem. And the last one is Rollup chain has a row dependency to the Celestia main chain. So it's easy to convenient to operating the chain. So so this is the thing we want to share about the experience we've got. And thank you for listening to this presentation. Thank you.